It's on your face.
Hey guys, it's Randy and Amanda with Getting There Green. Amanda's on the camera today. Just want to give you kind of a end of the season video, but there's going to be lots more gardening videos, but indoor gardening. Give you a wrap up of what we've done for the fall and getting ready for the winter. Okay, so why don't you come with me? All right. So you guys are familiar with our gardens outside. We've got our herb garden. That's right, herb garden. We've cut a lot of the stuff back. What you see here is our sage. Now the sage just keeps going. It's pretty hardy. It's cold tolerant, so we didn't cut that back. That's fine for now. But in the back here, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to get a zoom in on that. That is our horseradish. Now, one thing that you want to be aware of is horseradish is very invasive. So what happens is it spreads. So we started this horseradish in just this cluster here. So we've got another cluster here and another started over here. What we're going to do in the spring is we're going to dig up the big cluster and leave these two smaller clusters to spread out, which will leave a little bit more room next year for more herbs in this area over here. Okay, so we've cut back all of our lemon balm that we had here. We didn't do dill this year, so there's no dill in here this year around. Our thyme just keeps going and going and going. It's very, very cold hardy. So this will keep going all winter. If we need thyme, we know to come out here, dig it up in the snow, and we can actually keep using it. Our chives, we just let them go flat, just completely die, and that actually puts the nutrients back into the soil come spring. So they kind of just do everything themselves. Over here, we've got our broccoli. Now, our broccoli has gone to seed, so there's all these little seed pods on the top here. Now, we're waiting for those to dry out so we can cut those off and use those for next year. All the sunflowers and everything that we had in here, taken all that out and put them into compost, as well as our melons that we had on this side. Over here, this way, we had some yellow zucchini. We have, actually, I'm not sure. Amanda, did you take your rhubarb out?
I think it just grows back.
You didn't take it out though?
No.
Okay. There's rhubarb in here. It will come back next year. We have our raspberries, which are, ripening up. We should be able to actually have some today if we wanted to. But we kept that going because it's still fruit, still giving us fruit, and it seems to be very, very cold hardy as well. But come the end, when this starts to die back, you're going to cut this back. So cut all the stalks down really, really short. So you want to come in here, I'll show you how short this is supposed to go. Okay, if you see in here, there's the bottom of the stalk. You're going to come up about 8 inches, so about here. Cut that off at about 8 inches and just leave it. You can take the stalk and you can plant it inside if you want, but no need, because this here spreads like crazy. All right, over here, guys, this is our lettuce bed, and we've taken all the stalks and just pull them out and just lay them on top of your soil. Reason being is, you cover your soil up. We're actually going to put leaves on top of this bed too. Come the spring, all that's going to compost as the spring weather really kicks up, and it's going to make the soil very, very nutrient rich.
You're going to have to stir it in some.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
As it's breaking down?
That's right. And over here we still have our cabbage heads. Now, I don't know, this one looks like something
ate it. Them really well, right?
Yeah.
I know we didn't. Something else ate them.
No, but we'll end up chopping those off pretty soon and trying those out. This will be first time doing cabbage, so I think pretty good. We have a couple beds over here which we experimented with this year, and kind of give you a recap on what happened here. We put tomatoes in here, but the problem is take a look at what we have right next door, right here.
What?
Right here. Right there.
Oh, the tree.
Yeah,
no,
the tree.
I'm like, what are you trying to point at?
Problem is that tomatoes really like a lot of sun, and the tree was giving a lot of shade. So next year we can put lettuces, cold weather crops, things like that in here. Maybe beets would be good in here. No, maybe not beets. Maybe we'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. Then we've got our other bed over here. Don't think we really grew anything in here.
We made attempts, but nothing really took.
Right. I think we have to put a lot of compost into that bed right there.
Hey, while we're over here, show them that pussy willow tree.
Yeah. Okay, so earlier in the season, I don't know if you guys remember that video or not. I showed you that I actually cut this pussy willow down. It's huge, right? You can see the size of the trunk now that all the leaves and everything are off. But it was going all the way up into the wires. It was way, way, way up there. Pussy willow, I've never seen one this big before, but it was massive. So cut it back, and it just kept going, shot out new shoots, and next year I guess we're going to be able to harvest some pussy willow little buds and stuff, so that'll be cool.
Talk about invasive. I don't think I've ever seen anything grow as fast as this thing does.
If in the spring any of you guys want some pussy willow, the shoots with the little buds on them, we'll probably sell them for $5 a bundle, and if you want us to send them to you because we get them here like crazy, let us know. Okay, so come on back. We actually cleaned up a lot of stuff here in the yard today. A lot of stuff when we chopped down this pussy willow. It's all here. But come on back here.
Hey, want to see something while we're back here?
Oh, sure.
Check out this wheelbarrow. Talk about free cycling. Our neighbor picked that up for us. Somebody was throwing it away.
Yeah, one of the city workers were throwing it in the trash.
Needs a new wheel.
Just needs a new wheel and tighten a couple bolts, and we're good to go. So,
Nice neighbor.
Yeah. So back here, we've done some work. We've actually closed the vent in the greenhouse here. It's plasticed on the other side. So that's fine. Cord's inside, so you don't have to worry about the electronics getting wet or anything like that. Or the plastic comes out, so this never gets wet. But back here, we actually made a new composter. We decided to go this style here because open, airy, and it's just a little bit bigger. We needed something bigger.
I think we found it with this compost bin behind you. The stuff didn't get wet when it rained.
No, and
that was kind of annoying. Like,
you really do need moisture.
you don't want to have to water your compost yourself. Like, that's annoying.
Exactly.
So
we are going to use this, but
yeah.
you know, for something different. Maybe
And
we'll
this
try
nice
something
open
different.
style, you can use a pitchfork and everything in it, right?
Yeah.
And what's that made out of, Randy?
Pallets.
Just some pellets somebody's
Just
throwing
some
away.
old, I when I picked the pallets up, I was actually just checked to see if they were treated and whatnot. You can usually tell if there's kind of a green tinge, but these ones here, they were just raw pallets. So we don't want the chemicals going into our compost, so I made sure that they were as green as possible.
You can pick those up often if you go through industrial areas of your city. Businesses have those just out by the road. They expect you to take them.
Yeah, you can.
If they have them out by the road, they expect you to take them.
Yeah.
Don't go into their the back of their building and take them.
Right, but you can, go and knock on their door or go ask them if you can take them as well. But really great use. You can make.
There's even a hardware
composters.
store near here that puts them out to the road.
That's true.
Which is funny because that, in a way, that takes away from their business, but they do it. Give them away.
But what are you going to do? Yeah.
So what was
it
that?
cost them to get rid of.
Yeah,
those
it does
pallets
cost them
anyway,
to get rid of them.
This was our first compost bin.
And what's that made out of?
That's a rain barrel that had actually cracked over the winter. There was some water. We forgot to empty it completely out, and the water expanded and cracked the bottom. So what we did is cut the bottom out, and now it is a composter.
And you know, that one worked really well.
Yeah.
For that first year or two we were using it, it worked really, really well.
Yes, it did. But this one here.
Remember we used to take the lid off and steam would just come out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
You don't? Oh, it was hot in there. It was great.
But this one here has all of our really good compost in the bottom. It's really, really, really
So that's
rich.
the stuff that's ready right now?
It's ready
is
right
in
now.
there?
Yeah.
You know, that's a good thing about having more than one compost bin is one can be ready while the other is starting.
Right, and I've
Yeah.
kind of left another
just
open
cycle.
spot here. I expect to put another one here, or build another one and put it in here, or move this one over, or expand. This is just room for expansion.
Yeah, it's our compost corner.
Yep.
And it's hidden from view by a big ugly bush. That's the bush you see when you're standing from the front yard looking towards
Yes.
the back.
Yes, but what else? You know what else we did? You did, I should say, not me. We put our second sheet of plastic on the greenhouse for the
Yeah,
winter.
it's all ready
the
for winter.
Yeah.
So there's 2 sheets of plastic there, which insulates it a bit. And if you could somehow create a space between the 2 sheets, it insulates it a whole lot better. But
yeah.
that hasn't happened.
Now, one thing that I want to note is if you saw us building this greenhouse, we use these clips. Now, actually, I've got a clip up here I can show you.
Okay.
This is one of the clips that we use. Now, at first I thought, this is a great idea. This is really awesome. There are 2 types of clips that you can get. There's this one, and then there's one that has a metal jacket on the outside. If you are going to get these for a greenhouse, if you're going to do it like ours, get the one with the metal jacket. Reason being is these here, when it gets warm, they expand and pop off. So get the one with the metal jacket for sure. If
They
you
were
get-
good for the first summer we used them, and then
Yeah.
they just deteriorated and got
So
worse and
We're
worse.
probably going to get some more, but the ones with the metal jacket, and see how they work.
Yeah.
Right now, we're using these clamps, and these seem to be doing the trick.
They
just
work
as
really well, except I don't know what makes them disappear, but they disappear, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they snap off that they go flying over the fence, or animals think they're cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. They disappear, but we have 2 of them, and that's what's holding the plastic on, and it's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
We
So-
used it all summer.
Yeah. We are going to be rebuilding the greenhouse. We're going to go different style next year.
Something more permanent.
Something, more permanent. We know now we want a greenhouse 100%. We're going to keep doing greenhouse work. So this greenhouse in the spring is coming down, and we're building a new one, more permanent, next year. We were going to do that around this time, but we're actually heading out tomorrow to, where are we going, Amanda?
We're going to Arizona.
Arizona. So we are going to give you maybe a couple updates from Arizona.
We'll
this
see how
next
that
week.
works. We'll try anyway.
Yeah, well, we're going to be doing some work in your sister's garden, right?
Apparently, that's what she
So-
wants us to come there to help her do.
Yeah, so we'll be updating you, hopefully, on that project. And there's a YouTuber that we might go visit as well, who is in the Phoenix, Arizona area, just outside of Phoenix. And they're new on YouTube, and thought we could maybe give them a hand and do a
We'll have
little
to see.
video
We'll
there.
have to see how much time we have.
Yeah, because we'll be there for
8
American
days.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're there for 8 days and
Yep.
over American Thanksgiving, so we are going to be pretty busy.
Yeah, but just letting you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's show you inside the greenhouse. We haven't done a whole ton in there, but let's show them in there what we've got going and what's happening. So,
All right.
you gonna come around this side?
Hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. So in the greenhouse, not a ton going on in here. We've got our garlic is, doing its last part of its thing during this time of season, and then in the spring it'll go again. And then after that, we'll pick the garlic. Our kale is still going. We've got some lettuces happening. We have a few beets starting up. Now, this greenhouse hopefully will keep things warm enough for a while, so we can get some beets out of this. We had tomatoes here. All the tomatoes are done. We have one zucchini. This is our only zucchini all season because we've been battling the squash vine borer like crazy around here. I don't know what happened. We had lots of good years of having zucchini, but then squash vine borer came and we're having a real tough time keeping that going. But yeah, that's the only green zucchini we've had. We've had a couple yellow this season. I have anyway. We had our potatoes that were volunteers came up in here. They're done.
They're not done.
They're green, but they're all wilted. I think they're done.
Oh, wilty.
Little?
I could see a little red potato. I'm zooming in on it. Little red potato. That one's tiny,
Are you
tiny.
talking about this thing?
Yeah. That's a potato.
Yeah, you have it for dinner.
Yeah. Hey, if there's one, there's more.
Wow. All right, I guess. all tomatoes in this bed. Cucumbers are all done. We've got cold weather crops in here. We've got peas. We've got our beets on both sides here. We've already picked all of our peppers. Everything that was in this bed is pretty well picked over except for the peas and beets.
Ooh, I see a tomato.
Yeah, there is a couple tomatoes still on
But
here.
they're probably no good
There's
because
this one.
you can see for sure that the frost got everything in here.
Yeah. We'll just use those for seeds, which should be fine. This bed back here, I think this is a broccoli.
Yeah, there's broccoli in there.
Yep, there's a broccoli in there. That is a cold weather crop, so who knows if we'll get something out of that at this time of the season or not. We'll see. We are going to try and heat the greenhouse a little bit. We have a light up here, which actually gives off a lot of heat. I don't know if that's too close to the plastic or not. We may have to end up moving it down, but we've got that there to kind of heat the greenhouse a bit during the winter months.
I think we're going to set it on a timer so it automatically turns on and off.
Yes. And then along the front of the greenhouse, since you're at the perfect angle to show them that, we've got all kinds of carrot action happening. So those are all carrots happening
I
over
could
there.
see one poking out of the dirt over there.
Yeah, they're pretty good size.
Sure are.
So, yeah, I hope we don't come back and it's all frost damaged.
I think the carrots will be fine.
And then, obviously, our strawberry patch is still going now.
Sorry.
Around the corner. There you go. Those are still going, but not producing strawberries right now. I see a couple flowers here and there, but we haven't had strawberries off this in a while. I don't know if I want to do strawberries again next year or not.
I do.
Amanda does. Maybe we'll do half a bed of strawberries.
I don't
next
think
year.
it's even possible to do half a bed. I think strawberries spread so fast and choke everything out.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
They're pretty crazy. But yeah, the ants always get them.
Yeah, it's
We get
true.
a few,
The
and then
ants.
the ants get them.
You know, we could try putting diatomaceous earth around the entire bed, and then maybe the ants won't go into it.
What does that do?
They won't cross it. They don't like it. A lot of bugs don't like crossing diatomaceous earth. I might be saying that wrong. Something like that.
Okay.
I've never tried it, but I know people who use it.
So,
It's an organic pest control.
yes. Yes, it is.
It'll even work in your house if you have ants in your house. Apparently.
Cool. So, guys, that's what we've done today, and we'll update you from a warmer climate next week.
Sounds good.
See you later, guys.